I go to Auburn Elementary School, and I'm in 7th grade. My farm's just right down the road, and I work there during the summers, and I have fun as like a normal kid. Did it. Okay. Well, I kind of just started on accident, really. We had a little garden back there, and we planted sunflowers, tomatoes, and I tried potatoes one year. It didn't go so good because it's really hard to do. And so I was like, why don't we try popcorn next year? Popcorn's really good. It'd probably be good to try. And I was just learning how everything worked and everything. And so I just had a little patch of popcorn, and I was saying, we fertilized it, and it was really dry that year, so we had a big water thing, and we filled it up. We watered it up and everything, and it grew really good. And it wasn't a big patch, but it grew a bunch. So I was like, well, why don't we just give this to some neighbors and friends and church people and see how it goes? And they loved it. And I said, why don't I make this my business? Try to make me a little bit of money for later on in life. So we grew 3/10 of an acre this year, and everybody helps. My sister, my dad, my mom, my grandparents, my granddad. There's this person that works on the farm, and he helps me a bunch. He helped me shuck it, and he helped me do everything. He helped me water it, and he helped me. So that's really how it all started. And
so this is your second year raising popcorn?
Yes.
And so do you think it's fun? I mean, it sounds like a lot of work. You're talking about watering it and fertilizing it, and you have to shuck it and shell it. And
it is a lot of work, but it can be really fun sometimes. Like when we're shelling, we just have a bunch of fun shelling it and shucking it. We take turns shelling it because you have to crank the sheller. So we go, all right, it's time to switch, and then somebody else takes it and they put the corn in. And then once they get tired, we switch jobs again. And so it's hard work, but we have fun at the same time.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Now, you mentioned a little bit, like, you kind of accidentally wound up into popcorn. What's your favorite way to eat popcorn?
I like to put it on the stove. My great-grandfather, he always cooked popcorn on the stove. So I asked him what his recipe was, and he told me, and that's kind of my way to pop it. You put it on the stove, you put oil in, and you put the popcorn in, then you shake it, and it pops. And my great-grandfather is 92, and he can still do it really well.
And so you come from a long line. I mean, I know some of your grandparents, and so you come from a long line of farmers. Is this something that you think that you might want to do?
It could be. It just matters where it goes. If it goes downhill, then I guess I'll do something else. But if it actually works, then I may want to do it.
And so I'd like to commend you. There's not a lot of 7th graders who are interested in starting their own business, much less a farming business, because like we already talked about, it's a lot of work. But why do you do this?
My dad has a 79 pickup Chevrolet, and I'm working on restoring it because it was my dad's and my grandma's dad. It was his originally, and my dad bought it from him, and my dad said I could have it if I restored it. And it's sitting there in the barn, and they're trying to get it started right now, so that's what I'm working on.
So that's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody needs to go out and buy this popcorn to get this. What is it, a 79?
It's a 79 Chevrolet pickup.
So Crandal's popcorn is going to that fund. So that's awesome. So how do people find you? How do people buy your popcorn?
It really just started out with people that knew me. They spread it, and then they'd ask those people, how do you find it? I'm on Facebook, and if they have ordered popcorn from me, it has my business card on it. It has my number right there.
Tell me a little bit about how I can buy this popcorn. I mean, you got all kinds of different packages, kind of different sizes for anybody who might like some.
Well, these are the same, except these are some like gift ideas, and it's $1 more for the jar they're both 1 pound.
Okay.
And these are the same. They're both 2 pounds. This is 1 pound, and this is still $1 more because it's in a jar.
Absolutely.
And my grandmother made these bags herself, handmade.
All right, and you make it sound so easy to do.
It's difficult. Actually, it's not.
It's not in
Where'd it go?
They took it.
Where'd they take it?
They
For
took
real?
it was sitting here last week.
Well, this is very unprecedented.
Yeah.